Welcome on back everyone to Total Warhammer 3 in part 9 of our Elspeth von Draken Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode we are here for the Battle of Geheimnisnacht Eve, where Gotrek and Felix have been snatched up upon attacking themselves a Slaaneshi cult, and now they have been transported to the realm of Slaanesh where we are heading on in to save them. We've got the Nemesis crown and a whole heap of mean boys, so hopefully we have what we need to save this dynamic duo. This mission is actually immediately lost if either Gotrek or Felix die. So we need to move quite quickly to save them from the Darkling Prince. Hopefully the Amethyst Grenadiers are really going to be what we need. I'm going to go ahead and swap off the Steel Standard to our tank, so it moves a little bit faster. Up to 58 speed, which I think should work out quite nicely. Onward to the Exorcism of Sikersos.
As the day of mystery thins the veil between worlds, Slaanesh enacts his vengeance, dragging enemies from across the mortal world into his dark realm. Among the captured, the rogues Gotrek and Felix fight, battling to escape the Prince of Pleasure's domain. Only destroying his arcane portals would weaken the Dark Prince's grip. Yet those protecting them will demand a toll in blood. No matter the price, Gotrek and Felix cannot fall, for their survival will deal Slaanesh a deadly blow and prove vital in the adventures to come.
Right then, let's get to saving the... Wait, what's going on here? Is everyone all clumped up in one spot? All of our knights are, at least. Everyone else... No, that's everyone all in one spot. Interesting. You put all of my units in one area. What we will do then... Okay, let's go ahead and deploy in kind of a... defensive formation with these rifles. So we'll have... And there's so many Slaaneshi guys moving on across. With them all the way up front here, that way we're luring them on in. I've got Grey sitting with me, so she's headbutting my hand as much as you can. You're gonna throw off our clicks here, girl. Let's do free company militia. Instead of up front, I'm actually had to have them on the sides.
For the twin-tailed
Do a ton of damage per shot. And then I'm gonna have the Knights of the Black Rose back to duel with the Seekers of Slaanesh, which they should win against. We'll go Spearmen in the middle here.
State troops ready!
And then where our cannon's going to set up, probably just on this hill to go after the large targets.
Standing by.
Steam tank up front as well. We'll do the Grenadiers in a couple of good spots on the flanks.
Ready.
Where Grenadiers plus Knights of the Black Rose should completely obliterate the approaching Seekers.
Engineer.
Alright, so we'll do Hellstorm Rocket Battery here, and then the Mortar Squad in Z's position.
Engineer.
I'm going to have one of our two engineers here, and then the other one...
Craftsman.
Actually, since you don't have all the abilities that Evan does, we'll have you up front.
Oil.
Go feed just oil.
Elspeth von Draken.
Alright, Gotrek and Felix. Let's see what we can do to keep you all alive. No guard mode for you lot, but infantry in guard mode, our artillery doing the same, and then the knights. Alright, so what I want to do is grab the cannon and the Emperor's Wrath. We'll start the battle by firing on the Darkling Prince. Elspeth, get moving. Grenadiers up.
Take the ground. Filly, not folly.
You forward, you move up as well, get those shots on the Darkling Prince. Let's go ahead and drop a Spear Leech here. Nice, the Black Rose move on in. Spears forward, Grenadiers, you work with them. Same thing here, Knights of the Black Rose. And Grenadiers, you kind of roll with. That should catch them dead. Gotrek and Felix are dueling with the Darkling Prince now. Let's go ahead and go for the Laser Breath on... Oh, he's about gone. Blast Z's on through. Knights of the Black Rose, get in there and take down those Seekers. I'll take down the secret chariots as well. Get in there, boys. Let's switch to the explosive shot. Go for that explosives on the units facing Gotrek and Felix. And let's go take down the Iluresses now. We'll have both of the Knights of the Black Rose roll together. Oh, run. Spawner after you, boys. Alright, we need all of our infantry to move up to support Gotrek and Felix a little bit better. They're about half health, which is not lovely to see. Accuse these clowns. You lot keep coming on through. Elspeth is in a duel with some Furies, unfortunately. Spear Leech and the Timepiece as well. Those Witch Elves? I think they should be able to annihilate Witch Elves. We're gonna fight with another unit of nasties. Let's go ahead and have the 2 engineers now start rolling back to this side. We've got a lot of units pouring through the portal. Get one more Spirit Leech, land on in. Go for Van Horseman Speculum and the Standing Ground, and as soon as she lands, we can drop this, pick out everything around her. Come through the middle here. Get after this Iluress. Keep riding on away there, boys. You fire on this Iluress as well. Mercurial shot. Alright, that one's gone. On to the last one. Give you Strider, then we can go Burning Head through this group. Gotrek and Felix are a bit wounded. Let's send the steam tank in. Knights of the Rose are a little bit wounded. To keep them moving. They're just in range. As long as Gotrek and Felix kind of stay back here, we're in pretty good shape. Got caught by another unit of Furies. We're going to completely ignore them. And now no reason for them to go for the purple Sun as Eris.
No feed, just oil.
Rockets are taking out friendlies quite badly, so let's go ahead and have them fire over here on these Demonuts instead. Pull this whole group through except for the steam tank. Felix is getting whooped on pretty aggressively. Free Company Militia definitely been blasted out by friendlies, and there goes the last Iluress. Just in the nick of time. Gotrek and Felix are definitely not trying to stay alive either, are they? Come back into friendly lines like, nah, we're gonna stay up front. Our hands with everyone. Steam tank keeps crashing on through. I think most of that damage coming from friendly fire. But we break them and save the dynamic duo. Alright, in a leg sweep of a victory here for us against Sikersos. Actually went quite a bit better than I expected. He sent a couple of lads through that portal pretty quickly, but we managed to stamp them on out, empowering Shaiish further, and gaining a couple of heroes. 664 schematics gained, 7,800 treasury, and a heap of experience. We're gonna go ahead and take the extra gold.
We gain nothing.
We'll make a slayer out of you yet, manling.
Well, we got victory over Slanesh after one battle.
Overcame such odds, but I am sure I can articulate something.
Welcome, Gotrek and Felix. Rework Gotrek and Felix are now both legendary heroes, so they can all join up with the same army. And instead of having them here with Elspeth, where we're going to try to completely max out how strong our gunnery school units can be, we'll have Gotrek and Felix join up with another squad, probably Albrecht down here. Electric count of... What were you the electric count of? I think Sterling. Either way, we have won the battle, giving us some treasury, Gotrek and Felix unlocked, and extra casualty replenishment for 2 turns. So for any who have not seen the newly reworked Gotrek and his manling companion, we've got the Rune Axe of Gotrek, his good old signature weapon, Engram Firebeard's son during the Dwarf Slayer's first incursion into the Northern Chaos Waste, where they went to go see if they could find Karak Doom, and they did find Karak Doom. Unfortunately, he was under attack by a ton of different hosts of Chaos, and the king there died in a battle with a Bloodthirster. Rune Axe of Gotrek. Dampen, it removes magical attacks. Armor piercing damage plus 50%. He's incredible. Good grief. Can we give him any actual armor? He has a casting on it. So wait, Gotrek is a mage this whole time? He can make people scared. I don't have a problem with that. We'll combine up this Forbidden Rod with the other Scroll of Aramar we have. Gain a Talisman of Protection for or Preservation rather, for 60% more ward save for good old Gotrek. And then a Ruby Ring of Ruin. So we can cast Fireballs on his way in. Nothing else for you there ancillary-wise just yet, Gotrek. So we've got a Skaven Slayer, Demon Slayer, Beast Slayer, Orc Slayer, Elf, and a Zombie Slayer for all of the different books he's in. So we can kind of give a quick overview. We got Ambush, Defense Chance, and Slippery for him. Each of these is going to give us different abilities for the army he's in, as well as for Gotrek himself. Extra armor when fighting against the Warriors of Chaos, and spell resistance as well. Demon Slayer is pretty incredible. Beast Slayer giving us some more movement range, Vanguard deployment, and Woodsman when fighting against the Beastmen. Orc Slayer, that is incredible. So this actually makes it so if you're firing arrows through the trees, they completely ignore the trees, and they'll still hit their mark even though they might have something in their way. And it's pretty fantastic. Orc Slayer there is for melee defense against fighting greenskins, as well as more enemy battle reinforcement time. A reduction, that is. Elf Slayer gives us more range when fighting against elves. How incredible. And then lastly, Zombie Slayer is more resistance for himself and weapon strength when fighting against all of the undead factions. Getting stuck in is more speed, melee defense, and Strider. Rune of Grimnir is your normal, so we've got Fate of Grimnir, Gotrek's Doom ability finally being unlocked. These were all, I think, normally unlocked from the start with the original Gotrek and Felix, so now you have to kind of level him up a little bit as he becomes a stronger, or I guess a worse Slayer. Gotrek's Doom gives him a bunch of melee defense and resistance. Bonus versus large. Treasure Hunter gives us more post-battle loot and magical item chance to gain. More melee attack when attacking for the entire army. Hit points and wound recovery time for himself, and then lastly, Unwavering causes fear and perfect vigor. And you've got your good old normal Dawi Thane combat line. He is so well, I guess not the Thane, he has the combat line for the Demon Slayer, the Dragon Slayer, I think. He has the Stubborn Defiance, giving us extra resistance as we go up, which is great. Now for his manly companion.
Is an oath.
We've got Dragon Slayer for him. 50 more armor piercing damage and some fire resistance. Sprightly Manling gives him charge bonus, the evasion passive, and Vanguard deployment. Prodigious Swordsman makes him better at dueling. For his unique traits available at rank 12, we've got Helping Hand for the extra attack and resistance for a nearby lower hero. Lethal Romancer giving him charged attacks for dropping enemies melee attack, and more growth for your province. You've either got it or you haven't, and Felix is capable of dazzling anyone and everyone. Truth for Kirsten, remembering Kirsten's death at the hand of Manfred's hands, stirs a lethal ferocity deep within Felix Jaeger, gives him more weapon strength and bonus versus infantry. He's a sweet talker, so he no longer will have any penalties for trespassing for whichever army he is in, as well as extra relations with men and dwarves. Glorified Sentry gives him Guardian, and then a good deal of self-defense chance and ability, and basically weakening enemy action success chance, which is great. Last we get to the Bitter End, which gives him the Committed Blood Oath, so usually he and Gotrek or whatever lord or hero he is around will heal as long as they are in melee. He'll replace the normal Blood Oath and he'll also become unbreakable. So normally Felix is actually quite quick to run, but with this he'll stay and fight for quite some time. Both of them are great heroes. The other thing Felix has going on is Katagul. The Rune Sword he recovered deep within Katak 8 Peaks. We've got 2 less wound recovery time for himself, more melee attack and magical attacks, and the ability Katagul, giving him a heap of melee attack and 32 additional bonus for sentry. Basically ensures that he beats the brakes off of whatever infantry duel he is in the middle of. Pretty glorious. Don't have any items for you though, Felix. We'll have to get to that later on. So we'll grab Gotrek and Felix and actually probably bring them on down to join with... And Albrecht's going to have Gotrek, Felix, and Teddy. We'll have Leonard come and join with Errol. And then this Amethyst Wizard. We're just going to have a ton of heroes in this army. So let's bring the Warrior Priest over to join Corel, because they've got a very nice ability to kind of hold the line and drop down AoE attacks.
Elspeth von Draken.
Let's drop into Channeling Stance so we don't lose any winds of magic, and we'll have Gotrek and Felix go join up with Ulbrich.
Amethyst Mage.
Felix, don't be difficult.
Fate provides the plot. You have my cooperation.
Excellent to hear. Elspeth will go ahead and give another point into Reassuring Presence ×2, and then probably one into Leader of Renown, or replacing any soldiers lost.
Amethyst Guardian.
For you there, Expert Engineer, we'll go ahead and give you Mentor. Luther. Alright, let's go ahead and give you a Counter Striker over here that we get towards Slippery.
For Verena and Null.
Humphrey will give that last one in a gun sight, and then come up to the Sigmar's Ward for a little bit of missile resistance on the mechanical steed.
Is my gift.
Is my gift. We'll go Inspiring Presence for Corel into upgrading our pistol core.
Expert in innovation.
Boris will give the point into boost income.
Praise Sigma.
Ulbrich, I'm going to give you Hold the Line into Inspiring Presence.
Ready.
Eddie will give Training and Spread Control. He loses fights, I actually don't mind that at all, because he's going to go off in a huge Balefire explosion. But unlike in reality where he is just gone, he's just wounded. He'll shake it off. For Ralph, let's go ahead and give Boost Income into Scouting. Ooh, I lied. We'll go Spirit Leech into Spirit Leech.
Yes! Righteous fury upon
Righteous Fury. Alright.
like elves.
18,000 gold.
Tell me to take an axe to them.
Essen, we can grab the growth and some gold just for a turn or two. Getting Mordheim up for Sigmar's Rock is going to be, ooh, just corruption. Would love to actually see some garrison out of this, since it looks like a fort, but... let's go growth. The fields. Since Schwarzhofen is down here in the south, it's fairly safe. Let's go for the Clothier, and not worry about anything else just for the time being. Upgrade the Black Rose Chapter House for dropping upkeep for all those elite knights. It's very expensive, though. What else can we do before I go ahead and dedicate to that? We get the tap room here in Schwarzhofen. And just boosting growth further is not a bad idea. And here at Eschen, we can... I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this, that way we get the wine. So I'm going to tear out the fields right before, we'll put in the wine, and then walls to keep it safe from the likes of Azag. The fact that we moved on means Azag is likely to come down after us. We'll see how all of the trees respond to us declaring war on them, though.
Yes, my
So
lord.
let's get the Royal Altdorf Gryphites in with Teddy. There we go. So the only thing Teddy actually buffs up in terms of your units is only here in Alpha Gryph, where you get 10% more weapons rank for Demogryph Knights, as well, or Demogryph units, as well as causes terror for them. Which apparently, Pterodons count as Demogryphs. They just look a little bit different. They're cousins, odd cousins. Pharrell. I think these non-elite Free Company Militia are going to get the boot for our priests whenever they come on in. I do love that we don't have the red climate for magical forests. We got 72 gold. Let's go ahead and hold off on getting anything else except for maybe here in Needling, where upgraded walls are very much needed. Steingart, we get the upgraded tap room for even more control. The tavern, like the idea. Instead of the host of Festag, we can come on in and get... Now that extra control is helping us out with growth. We're getting actually, let's see, 5 growth instead of the 20 we'd be getting out of this one. Which is still growth and control both. All dwarfs having a hard time dealing with the savage orcs, aren't they? Now let's zoom on through and we'll end the turn. After taking a quick look at our gunner infantry, I'm thinking Grape Shot. Grape Shot is not nearly as useful as it is for the Dawi. Even after the nerf, the Dwarf Grape Shot is still pretty potent. Something is just a little bit wonky with the Imperial one, so I'm going to not grab that for now, and instead we'll come up to the gun cab upgrades and get disoriented contact effects. This will drop speed, melee defense, and melee attack for anyone contacting either the grenades or any of the other Outrider attacks, which I think is fantastic.
Such
Expensive,
boundless
but
skill.
fantastic.
I am impressed. impressed.
I am impressed.
Bring the corpses.
Alright, Argwylan and Widrioth have confederated, so there's gonna be a little bit of strife with the Wood Elves for at least a time. So Drycha, it looks like she did throw hands with the boys here, but these two have turned back around to come after us. Fair enough, I think we're gonna use Carol. Try to catch them in an ambush.
Onwards! There is much to do.
Onwards.
Use the foliage.
Oh, what am I talking about? I wanted to come after the Griffin Wood.
Compelled by good sense.
Yeah, we'll happily sacrifice Essen or Mordheim. Oh, well that's no one at all.
We test our metal against them.
We test our metal against them.
By the comet.
Actually, if we can go ahead and...
They will
Well, if we break the siege, we might be able to come back in. I was going to go ahead and steal some tech from them while we were here. Wise, they'd surrender.
For Sigma and Verena.
Alright, here, I'll go ahead and kick out these weak
A change of components.
Free Company Militia and bring Leonard in to join with
Shield
the boys. Add a little bit of bonk to what we got going on here.
So,
Albrecht here. Forces are scary against a rebellion, not so much against this squad of 3 people, though. I think we will.
it is for the best.
Fall back across the bridge here at Mordheim and stay next to Needling.
Giant Slayer.
With Gotrek and Felix, we might actually be fine for that upcoming fight, but let's go ahead and bring them on in.
Goal is yours. By the comet.
4 heroes is more than I tend to deploy in each army. I like to have maybe 3, but 4 will work. Gotrek Felix are Ralph and Eddie Bruckner.
Shaiish empowers me.
The fact that Hawkland is still here is incredible. Christmas Imperials don't tend to survive this long.
The carrion crows follow.
Alright, we'll just drop into an ambush.
Death shall come without warning.
Sneak our way up here towards Kappelberg. And there's no one there. We're still replenishing just fine because of good old Nemesis Crown. Let's go ahead and clobber the Griffin Wood then. Should be a fun fight. We're going to fight it just to minimize casualties, and then we will claim the Griffin Wood depending on how much cash we're getting out of the sack. Alright boys, onward. Alright. Sunmaker actually having extra shots in it now is pretty incredible. Alright, the boys are all deployed back here in that corner. I don't like that so much. What we'll do is we'll have the Hellstorm rockets right here. Hammer of Witches right in front of them for harassing anything in this defensive group. We will go, not Free Company Militia. Oh, they don't actually have Vanguard deployment. Intriguing. I'm going to do the Jaeger Corps here. The 2 Hawkland Long Rifles here to run up into the woods. Outriders, I think Outriders deployed too close, we just get shot by cannons. Might be able to get pretty cheeky shots in over here. Everyone else, though. Free Company Militia, let's go ahead and have you deploy. Won't be able to hide in the woods against the tree people, so we're just going to stay in the middle here. Oh, we can hide right here. That'll do. 2 Nuln Ironsides. Behind here. Got the good old Wonder of the Age land ship. If you haven't seen it, it is incredible. Got your Battle Mermaid, your mortars up front, and everyone around the outsides has grenade launchers too. So much more of a... You do have 1 Culverin in the front, but much more of an area of effect and an infantry deleter as opposed to going after single entities. And here's our captain. Also makes me need a Marienburg captain as one of our landship captain is like a hero or a lord type. These guys are not very well defended, but they'll get over it. Grab the rest of the crew. Hopefully we get you into a tank quite soon. Armed with knowledge.
Charge the battle here.
Alright, let's bring those two halberdiers onto the side too. We'll probably just win this one with long range and cannon fire.
Architect of destruction.
Architect of Destruction.
Artillery craft. Shoulder to shoulder.
Let's do it. Ehrenberg land ship, forward.
Mars airs.
Or they'll deploy somewhere else. They didn't want to get blown up by our artillery. Weird how that works.
Our steeds are restless. Take aim. Take
Rifles get
ground.
up into the trees here. Brigade Jaeger Corps.
Take position.
That's gonna be your position.
Take troops ready.
Null Ironside will have you take up position here.
To battle. Let us chant battle hymns.
Let us chant battle hymns.
Lingering.
Cannons can't really do anything here. We'll move them up to about this position, and the Sunmaker can kind of step forward and start going after this captain.
Find that machine. We obey.
Sounds lovely.
To battle.
Come through this side over here. Halberdier, just in case we need any extra blade work on this side.
Emperor's might. Engineer. Right. Yes, General.
Give you full power for more speed on in here. Get shot to pieces by these Outriders, who are dropping the disoriented effect. 30% less speed and a pretty nasty debuff to melee defensive attack.
Engineer.
Cannonballs come flying on in. Alright, that zone's captured. We'll go ahead and bring the Outriders back behind our land ship here.
Imperial inventor. Finding the angle.
Finding the angle. Let them bully this group with all their mortar shots. Those are war dancers with spears. We really don't want to advance them too much further here. Hellstorm, you advance to... There's the first Sunmaker shot. See how effective. It hit them a couple times. Effective it was not, but... Keep blasting the brakes off of them. I think nades into this group of war dancers should be very effective.
By Ulrich's wrath. Engineer.
Gonna run right through these war dancers. Not very well though. Guess the mass on this land ship is what is it? 5,000.
Quick march.
Fair enough.
For Heldenhammer. Marching.
Let's not march in. Let's go ahead and just start firing on her.
Marina, guide our aim.
They're a little bit loath to move up into range of our sniper teams, which does make sense.
March. To battle.
Cannons come up around the corner here. Hellstorm, rocket battery, start blasting at these Glade Guard bits.
By Ulrich's wrath.
Keep rolling.
Moving now. Go.
Huge target. No reason to take all that free damage.
I have them.
Glade Guard got deleted.
A better position. Quick march.
Come on, Free Company, let's get you involved. Jaeger Corps start to fire. The Hung Long Rifles just don't have enough range there.
By Ulrich's wrath.
Being very cagey.
You. This will be.
Gotta give him respect for it. Alright, you guys advance.
Going.
Land ship, you just gotta turn around. I don't know why we've turned you all the way around. That seems like a foolish idea. They're going after this next group of Glade Guard for me. Got very good accuracy. Let's use your speed to get away. I'm gonna walk up into Doom here. Good grief. Repeater rifles. Very effective against wooden shields. Who would have guessed? But fall back here. You're getting shots in on these Glade Guard. Lovely. At least the Sunmaker is. I used Fire Blast. Super effective. Look at the Azrai hiding. Alright, I'm gonna go after the guard in the back line there. The boys are under fire. Let's go ahead and have them fall back. We'll advance into the Speculum and take weakening effects. And have them go after the Starfire Shaft Guard. Get going. Free Company Militia use that skirmish effect. They're broken. Jaeger Corps.
Yes, sir.
Get those Eternal Guard.
Yes, sir.
General's holding the line like a boss.
Battle protocols.
Pistol shots. Ripping through. I guess those are full-blown rifles. There are no pistols here. They had one other group of Starfire Guard hiding. I mean, they're getting some good damage on us. Let's get these skirmishers moving up. Guess advancing all of them to the same unit was kind of a mistake. Outriders. Oh, they have to go. Yeah, they've got to go all the way around. Not good. Try to dodge where we can here. Not gonna be that easy. 3 Company Militia. They've got another unit of archers a little bit further back. Oh man, we're gonna lose the Wonder of the Age. Maybe. Yeah, there's several units of archers hiding back there in the back. We gotta quickly run. Maybe try to use these rocks as cover. 3 Company Militia, let's go ahead and get them. Get firing. Oh no, man, they're focus firing our Wonder of the Age. No. Come on, just in time. There it is. Man. Be very careful with your land ships, apparently. Large targets are easy to shoot. Alright, decisive win over the Wargrove of Woe, and the Griffin Wood will give us 12,000 a second. Don't mind if I do. Horus has himself a barded warhorse, so does Leonard, and we should be able to hopefully move back and claim.
Engineer.
That's right. This belongs to me now.
On the defenses. My inventions serve
Excellent. We'll go ahead and pop in the walls right away. We want a gunsmith here too. Start rolling out another engineer. Well, not an engineer, but we can at least get some war wagons for some speedy skirmishers. On the other side, just a weaving house or the fields for more growth. Let's go for the weaving house, the fields. And the Council of Burgomeisters as well. Single settlement provinces, you need as much growth as you can. Alright, sweet. Errol, you should be in charge of holding the line. It'll give you some points into Visitor Corps. Help out there too.
Burdened with brilliance.
Let's do piercing shots for Boris,
Work to do.
Finn,
Expert
and Leonard. We shall give the
innovation.
Hammer of Sigmar. Battle prayer to give us 24 more melee attack. The one I'm really looking for is Soulfire here, which is a magical bombardment for not much range damage, but a lot of explosive damage. And you can use it on repeat. So yeah, let's come in here. We got the Hammer of Sigmar, and we'll also grab the replenished troops.
Compelled by good sense.
Exactly, and you should be very close to full just your next turn, which is awesome. How many of the big troops do we have access to now?
Scholar.
We do have the Knights of Moor. We need to compare them to the Black Rose Knights.
Elspeth von Draken.
So these unfortunately are, I mean, they're not unfortunately, but they are maxed here. I can't see the others here.
Von Draken.
Alright, such is the way.
Tools of judgment ready.
Fools of
Sigmar.
Judgment ready. Go for an outpost here in Kislev. We will get Griffin Legion, Things in the Wood, White Warriors, Kossars, and Zargard. I do like Things in the Woods. Give us access to some monstrous infantry. They've got a mission for defeating Moxia von de Mortem. Easy. Oh, unfortunately, Malachi really doesn't like us.
Away and boil your head.
Away and boil your head. Yeah, the Nemesis Crown is going to start causing us some problems. So here's what we'll do. We'll get it to the 3rd tier, and then we'll go ahead and seal it. That way we can retain our alliances with factions that I actually do want, like Malachi. Oh, no more outposts. No thanks. That's what we can do for this turn. Let's go ahead and pull Nolan up. I think now is the time to grab the Black Rose Chapter House. Glorious stuff. Love to see what is going to be coming after us here with the tree people.
Like death, inevitable.
Bring me lore and lost wisdom, and I shall treat with you well.
Alright, they want us to join the war with the Crooked Moon faction. Well, it'll help us stay on side with Karazakrak, so I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. We'll go ahead and say sure. We've got lots of enemies now. There's part of Warhorse. Eagle is on his way to Cathay. Very important mission. I believe upgrading the Amethyst School should also count, so we have 2 more upgrades we have to perform. Those are going to cost 1,000 apiece no matter what. Whereas over in this armory, snipe from mortars, or we just get more rockets and the exploding tank shells, which is I think what we'll go for.
Pioneer of progress.
So it looks like Azag has indeed, they've decided that they're going to have a, are they truced up? No, they're just working together. No, they're just working together.
So many ideas.
Azag's force here is going to be an absolute problem. Thankfully, I can teleport Elspeth over to this settlement after we take down Kappelberg here.
Magistrix.
Go for
Bring
the
darkness upon our
throat chop at Kappelberg. Easy decisive win. We lose just about nobody.
Either side of
Either side. And we will go ahead and... what we'll do is we'll sack it
Take
first.
everything. Make an example.
We're going to definitely be losing Essen and probably Mordheim as well. But as I might choose to go after Waldenhof, because it's a higher tier settlement.
Raise Sigma.
Okay, so Elspeth, you go ahead and claim
For
Kappelberg.
Arena and Nuln.
We could just return it to the Elector, giving us some fealty. I just don't think we deal with fealty. That's only a Franz thing. What we'll do is we'll... Will that resurrect?
I
Hang on.
hear
Will that
tales of
resurrect
lost
Helheim?
lore elsewhere.
Well, will.
Leave this. For no.
This actually don't mind. We'll go ahead and return that to the Elector.
Empire.
And we can try to make
Welcome, my countrymen.
some more trade packs with them. Welcome back, Helmut.
On it.
On it. I won't go for the defensive pact, but we'll get all the rest of them with you. And then... oh, she can keep moving? Ooh. Oh. Perhaps we go after Betchevin then. Wouldn't be surprised if we have some Skaven here. Buildings, yeah, there's guaranteed some Skaven here in Betchevin. So we can take down the Skaven before teleporting back down to Drakenhof. Let's do that. Elspeth.
Moore's gardens swell with fresh denizens.
Trespassing with them? No, just a strategic threat, which we will deal with.
The Empire stands on the bodies of the dead.
Elspeth gets ambushed, though. We're going to have a pretty tough time. Ferrymen. Yeah, let's go for a ferryman so we can see a bit further. Works for me. Skills you need is hard hit. We'll give Luther that point into Mentor.
For the Empire.
They're going to be really boosting up everyone's abilities here in Elspeth's army. Great. Getting the return ambush on us would not be fun, but we can Purple Sun away a lot of their forces.
Yes.
Albrecht, let's go ahead and fall back to
To strengthen the Empire.
Needling.
On march. The nation.
Oh, I forget that Krugenheim actually still belonged to them too.
I will marshal the band.
Ah, we should have gone after that. That's alright. I shall marshal the men. I actually think Grenadiers plus the Griffites would be pretty fantastic together. Let's go Null Ironsides into one of the Grenadiers. And through Global, we'll grab a couple Spear Lads, just normal pikemen. And we got 2 kind of sets of spendable groups.
Yes, my lord.
540 is what that's going to increase
What
by,
does
though.
the Emperor bid?
It'd be okay.
Show me the accused.
Emphasis on should be. growth building in Schwolzhofen. Yeah, that's really all we can do. Corel, we want you to defend the Griffinwood. Making a farm here would be nice. Going for the ambush, but also... How far can you move, Azag? Not very. So let's make the tree people think we're not here.
Imperial Scholar. Use the foliage.
Use the foliage.
Burdened with brilliance.
And we'll go ahead and upgrade the farms there too. And we'll pop on into our Imperial Gunnery School, and we shall upgrade the Hellstorm Rocket Battery to give us an additional rocket. Before we do, let's see. So the Sunmaker is at 844, and the one Elspeth is rolling with is at 766. Once we come in here and upgrade.
Death is forged.
928.
Wielder of
957. So it passed the Sunmaker. Incredible.
Work to do.
Work to do. Rail hasn't been moved. That's about it.
Victory carried on the winds of magic.
Southern Sylvania. Upgrades to Ostermark and Northern Sylvania to all of this is under threat, so we should be doing upgrades to none of it. Alright, Azag, what say you?
It is time.
The nation calls. Okay, so Beligar has taken out... Great, they're actually starting to reclaim his old
Yes, speak your flowery
homeland.
words and be gone from my halls.
Your flowery words. What if I join you in your war with Scryer? Gotta be careful about how many of these wars we're getting involved with, but thankfully with Elspeth we can teleport her around to any of the gardens we already have, which is gonna be pretty necessary here soon. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn, see how things play out.
Are you so keen to meet more that you
What was it war with
disturb
Scrag
me?
to? See, this is surprising. I shall call my allies to help. Joined by all. Alright, Bone Rattlers have moved in on Waldenhof. It's kind of what we expected, so they have a huge force here. Lava Riders, and luckily this army, not very scary. His is full of trolls, which we can deal with some cannons. And Azag himself stands no chance against Elspeth and her dragon. So, we have what we need, we just have to get over there and fight them. Alright, the Wargrove goes after Essen. It's another battle we just don't have the means to deal with. They've got Glade Guard, which will sight down our crossbowmen in a moment, so we'll give that one over and prepare. Alright, the Dimmed Suns have attacked Midland, so we enter war on the side of our ally. And war is left and right. Waldenhof, they took a lot of gold from Waldenhof and from Ostermark as well. From Essen. Negative growth in Mordheim.
Pioneer of progress.
What did we do to you all? And all these armies are fairly small. And depending on how long it takes them to actually reinforce, we can attack Drycha first, drag her down with a couple of cannon shots from the Hammer of Witches, and I think we can take these three armies.
Amethyst Guardian.
We won't be able to move after teleporting with Elspeth. Colonization cost at 960.
My scythe, a shadow of their deaths to come.
Exactly. Well, of course they came after us here in Nuln. They're gonna bypass Nuln completely and take down our smaller settlements here. Alright, well our economy is about to get completely tanked. Yikes.
To the provinces. Yes.
Alright, Albrecht, you need to sprint over here to Tempelhof. I'm gonna have
Imperial
Carol take
Scholar.
down Drycha and company. I have no knights with this group. Plenty of heroes.
My war
Let's go for it.
machines require test subjects.
Autoresolve is going to give us a valiant defeat. There's going to be a lot of baddies coming our way. The Weddle thankfully won't show up for 2 minutes, and neither will Coalesce the Wilds. We have a good bit of time to blast Drycha. What is of the battlefield? Completely devoid of trees. So they have no way to hide, and we can just kind of move up and blast them with the cannons right off the bat here. Should hopefully be what we need to have this go our way. But For now, I am out of time for today. Thank you all so much for talking about today's Wisdom of the Unknown campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone. See you all in the next one.